That song sucked. Whoa, what a bad moment on the album. It makes me feel just sick. I hate this album. Hello everyone. Today we are going to be ranking and discussing my more mature thoughts on the life of a showgirl. I have been chomping at the bit to make this video for you all. It's been a few weeks now since the album came out, and I've certainly had some time to really think about what I think about these songs. I know watching back my first reaction, I guess I wasn't thrilled by my first reaction because, you know, through the editing, you listen to the songs again and again and again. And then, you know, over time, as a fan, you listen to the songs again and again and again. And you really start to develop more nuanced takes on a lot of things. And that first reaction really is definitely reconfiguring what I was expecting of the album. I think because we had had so many albums in a row where Taylor hadn't necessarily done something really silly, I was expecting her to have a kind of more serious album, still happy, but more serious. And, you know, that's not the album that we got. We got a very happy album, a very silly album, a very fun little album that we all now get to enjoy. So I think today we're going to go through each and every song individually and just kind of discuss my thoughts and feelings on each, and then put them in my little ranking system. Now, it's nothing fancy, but I hope you'll all appreciate it. The top section is favorite. So this is for one song. I'm picking my favorite song on the album definitively after a few weeks. And then, you know, maybe we can discuss it at a later date and see if I still think this is my favorite song. Who knows? Maybe I might identify with a new song later on down the track. King of My Heart is the category just under that. These are for the songs that I think are really good. I think they're fun. They're not my favorite song, but they are all fantastic. I just love them. I'm so happy that we have them now in the discography. Mr. Perfectly Fine is for all of the songs that are just okay. Hey, it's totally fine to be here. Hello, Mr. Perfectly Fine. I'm glad that it's in the discography. I had to think about it. But, you know, maybe I'm not like gravitating towards it so much. Maybe I need to, you know, ponder the song a little bit more. And then finally we have Cancelled, which is obviously referencing the song on this album, Cancelled. And it's for any songs that I didn't particularly care for. These are songs that maybe I need to process more, maybe I need some more time on it. In the past, we've had songs in this category like The Bolter, which I ended up doing a whole video on of me trying to process that song. So I don't think necessarily anyone should feel bad if they see their favorite song in this category. This is just my opinion, and if we didn't have different opinions in the world, we would be a very boring place. The main thing I want to make sure in saying this is if you have a differing opinion to me, definitely tell me about it, but just be respectful. I'm a person, you're a person. I have feelings, so do you, so we're going to be respectful, okay? I love you. Let's get started with our opening track, our first single of the life of a showgirl, The Fate of Ophelia. The Fate of Ophelia, let me tell you, it did not let me down at all. As a #1 song and the first single, it completely met my expectations. It was not a sound that I was expecting. However, I was very happy with it. And let me tell you, that music video, oh my God. I wish I could like do proper music video reactions, but I know that they'll just get completely flagged. They'll be unwatchable on YouTube. So I've been thinking about putting them in a different space where you can have access to them if you want to watch them. I can just do that in my Discord. If anyone is not in my Discord and would like to be and would like to talk about not only Taylor Swift and other music things, but kind of just general everyday life things and any other interests you might have, definitely feel free to jump into the description and join our Discord because it's a really fun place to be. So if anyone would like to see me reacting to the music videos and things like that, maybe we can put it there and then people can just enjoy. It is all free, of course. There's no monetary exchange. You just get to enjoy a little video from me. So I think this song is just fantastic. There's pretty well nothing that I would change about it. It is in King of My Heart. Yes, it is a track 1, which tend to be my favorite songs. My favorite song is not a track 1. Let's move on to Elizabeth Taylor, our second track on the album. What a moment on the album, let me just say. This song is definitely giving second single energy. Hey, this is definitely giving, we need a little bit of attention for her. Could you imagine Taylor dressing up as Elizabeth Taylor? I got tingles all over my body because of that. So I love the song so much. The beat drop going into the chorus is fantastic. I just love it. I love the energy. Yes, this song does have my least favorite trope in music, which is saying the title of the track as the first line. I almost will give this song a break for it though. It surprised me when I first listened to it. You all saw.
Elizabeth Taylor.
But I will give this song a break because technically it's not her saying within the first line. It's a refrain. It's like part of the song, but it's not the first actual line, if you know what I mean. So I will forgive it for having that unfortunate trope that I did not like because the song is just amazing. I think about it all the time. If we had more of this vibe on the rest of the album, I would have been very happy. This is definitely giving something reputation to me. I really love it. It's so luxe. It's so dark. Just beautiful. So many beautiful references. I love Elizabeth Taylor, so there was always going to be like a part of it where it was like, okay, yeah, she was going to be up there for me. So this one, hey, guess what? Is also going into King of My Heart. Yeah. Now we come up to our track 3, Opalite. This song and I feel like we're almost best friends. I feel like Opalite was half made for me in some capacity because there's so many parts of Opalite that I yum yum yum, I eat that shit up. Yeah, I eat that shit up. References to Midnight on this song, references to Travis Kelce in this song. Hello, references to Gemstones. Guys, I'm autistic. Guys, I'm bisexual. Guess what my interests are? Yeah, gemstones. Yeah, I'm interested in all this shit. So I was so excited. This was like the cross section of all these things that I like. Plus, it's a sound that I really like. I love the sound of Opalite. There's only one part of the song though that frustrates the shit out of me. And you guys are probably gonna be like, what the hell? But it's in the chorus and it's when she goes, oh, what? Enough of that. Cut that out. If it didn't have that and it just had the music part of it, I'd forgive it. It's definitely the style of the song. Like, that's fine. It definitely fits within that style. But for me, my preference, it turns the song from being a cute reference to that genre into being like a cosplay of that genre. And I don't really like that. It feels gimmicky in some capacity. So that does definitely cast a bit of a negative shadow for that song, but I really like it. I like the lyrics. I think that they're fun. I think that there's an element of depth to them while also sounding like frilly and poppy. I just really like that. I think there's something special about Opalite. I am actually going to put it in Mr. Perfectly Fine. As much as I like it when I hear it on, it's not one that I'm gravitating toward. Although I will say I'm at the point of my listening journey with this album where I haven't yet listen to the album without hearing it in its order. Every time I've listened to pretty much any of the songs on this album, it's been in order of the track list. So maybe once I get past needing to hear the whole album in its entirety, I might have a bit of a developed opinion on Opalite. It's not one that I consider myself gravitating toward to like put on a playlist or whatever, unless it's for a genre or a vibe kind of thing. Whereas like the Fate of Ophelia and Elizabeth Taylor, yeah, I'd listen to that, just hear it coming on shuffle. Yeah. If I heard Opalite come on shuffle, I'd be like, yeah, but like less excited, okay? Now we come up to the most exciting track on the album. And in some capacity, track 4 to 6 all could have been track 5, in my opinion. I think they all had an element that could really be the moment of track 5. And now Father Figure, to me, I just think that this is the song. Do you know what I mean? If I could pick one song on this album to take away with me as a representation of Taylor Swift's music, Taylor Swift's sound, the things that I like, the topics that I like, this song is the song. I think it sounds fantastic. I love the interpolation of George Michael's Father Figure. I think that the use of it is extremely smart because people probably know by now, if they didn't already know before, Father Figure by George Michael is about a grooming kind of relationship where someone who is manipulative is talking to the victim. And so in Father Figure, Taylor's song, at least the first verse is that same grooming kind of relationship. It's different because it's not like sexual or romantic. It's definitely a business relationship, but using that as well as the sound, very smart, very smart. I love it. I don't think necessarily that the lyrics are as jarring as people seem to make it out to be. A lot of people keep picking on the lyric, I make deals with the devil because my dick's bigger. I think everyone knows what big dick energy is and what like that means. So I'm not sure why everyone's kind of making a bit of a fuss about Taylor saying her dick's bigger, because she's not. She's not. But you also know what that phrase means. So you know when she uses it in the context of her voice, you know what she's trying to say. So don't act silly, because you just look like an idiot. She doesn't look like an idiot. You do. So I guess like without much fussing about, that's my favorite song. Guys, hey, favorite song alert. I love Father Figure. I want to know if anyone actually guessed that for me, because I think in my reaction, like that was probably the one that most aligned with what I was expecting. I think in that moment I was like, this is just an incredible piece of music and I'm so happy. If this album didn't come out and I didn't get to hear Father Figure, I'd be pissed off. Let's put it that way. I just love that song. I keep thinking about it. And every time I listen to it, it makes me emotional. Like in the beginning, when I first listened to it, it made me emotional. Like I definitely felt something when I listened. But since then, having it develop in my mind over time, it's gotten very emotional where I feel like I'm gonna cry.
Whose portraits on the mantle? Who covered up your scandals? I was your father figure. You pulled the wrong trigger. I protect the family. Leave it with me. I protect the family.
It makes me feel just sick to my stomach that these things happen, and the way it's presented is really powerful. So I really love this song. Thank you very much. Now we come up to our track 5, our actual track 5, Eldest Daughter. Can I say something brave? I don't like this song. I don't like this song. There's parts of it that I think are good, and there's like a messaging that I think is good, but like at least currently how I'm listening to it, I don't want to put it on because I don't think the sound is compelling enough. And the lyrics are just a bit frustrating because some of them are so cheesy that it just completely takes you out of the message. I had a couple of people message me saying that they were surprised by my criticisms of the today slang that's in this song. And they were like, well, it makes it feel current. And my argument has always been with phrases like this, it actually dates it. In a few months, in a few years, this vernacular is going to be different. You know, the way that language works, especially now with the internet, language works faster than ever in being in and out of relevancy. And so the words that are used in this song, they just feel like they're about to be irrelevant. And, you know, music takes a while to develop. And also, hey, don't know if you guys have been fans of Taylor Swift for a long time, but she tends to be like not on the trend, right? She tends to be like just behind the trend. Maybe when she's writing it, she's on trend. Sound-wise, she's kind of never writing the thing that's popular at the moment, which is a good thing because it means that she sets herself apart from that trend. For example, right now, the trend in music is country in pop, right? She didn't write anything that was country on this album at all. It couldn't be more devoid of country. And so in some ways, that's a good thing. In terms of kind of the vernacular that's used in this, I just don't jive with it and I don't really like it. So I'm not gonna be pissed off if I hear it. It doesn't make me angry or anything like that. I just don't care for it at all. There's only one song I actively dislike in her discography. The rest of it, I just think is fine. Do you know what I mean? Like, of any criticisms that I have. So, Eldest Daughter is going in cancelled, which I actually only decided just now. I was gonna put it in Mr. Perfectly Fine, but Opalite is leagues above Eldest Daughter for me. So, I have to put cancelled there unless I create a whole new category and I don't have time. Now, our track 6. Our track 6, Ruin the Friendship. Oh my god, was this song... A few things. I love Taylor Swift storytelling. Storytelling is where she excels. Songwriting, yes, she's very good at songwriting. Storytelling, I think she is just a fantastic storyteller. If she became an author and didn't become a musician, I think we would still have something extremely powerful coming out of that person. She is just an incredible talent for storytelling. Ruin the Friendship is on the level to me as some of her greatest songs in terms of storytelling. The way that she builds up this fantastic, fluffy, little cheeky moment and then puts one line in there that turns the whole thing on its head. And then you can never listen to that song the same way as you did the first time. That is a fantastic moment. That is truly a fantastic moment on the album. I love the way it sounds. The song is giving like Fleetwood Mac kind of vibes, like that beautiful guitar sound. And yes, I did have a really emotional time with it. Unfortunately, it did scratch some terrible part of me that went, oh, I related to that, oh, and now I'm forever changed. I just think that Ruin the Friendship is just one of those songs that's just so good. Again, I do think I'm seeing a lot online people willfully misunderstanding this song. And I think that there's obviously a bigger conversation to have about people willfully misunderstanding what Taylor is saying. Most obviously, it's for clicks. and interactions. I can't imagine many of these people genuinely thinking this, because otherwise they're just telling on themselves for being an idiot. Media literacy is on the decline, but also it pays to be a wanker. Ruin the Friendship to me is going in King of My Heart. I just love that song. Hey, in some capacity, I wish I never heard it, but I do really love it. Now comes the most controversial song on this album, Actually Romantic. There's a lot that I want to say about this, but it doesn't pertain to the song necessarily. Like it does, but it's as a side thing. So obviously the big, the big thing about this song is about Charli XCX. I had seen a lot of backlash when the leaks came out for this song from Charli fans saying Taylor is being a bitch, she's calling people out, she always says that she's never the one that starts things, but then she does shit like this when Charli XCX's song was about Taylor but more introspective about how Taylor brings out this kind of negativity in her that she is embarrassed by. And it's not necessarily a dig at Taylor, it's just that like you have boundaries because you don't want to be the person you are when you're around a certain person. I think we all have people in our lives that are like that just bring out the worst in us. But Taylor doesn't really necessarily attack Charli in this song anyway. Like, hello, are you guys brain dead? It bothers me a little bit that people genuinely really think people care so much. Like, do you actually think that Taylor and Charli even give that much of a fuck about each other? Hello, they don't. I thought that in terms of like kind of diss tracks from Taylor, this is one of her better ones. Hey, Thank You Amy was on Tortured Poets Apartment. That song fucking sucked. That song sucked. Whoa, what a bad moment on the album. It's just okay, right? Like, it's just okay. Whereas this song is fun. Yes, it's leaning into sounds that I like. I like Weezer. I like Olivia Rodrigo. I do wish it went somewhere a little bit more. Like, I definitely think that this song is too safe in its sound. And I also think, and this is just a little nitpick from me, that the first verse is clumsily written. The first line doesn't necessarily follow to the next line very well. It feels like there's a chunk missing that we need to have put back in there. And so I don't know if maybe there was something cut out of that section genuinely, or if that's actually how it was written in its first instance. But just currently where I'm at with the song, too much got chopped out of it. I had these kind of funny-ish feelings about other songs on previous albums too, and I've completely come around to them. So who knows, like with more time, I might have a more developed opinion. As it stands right now, Actually Romantic, I think is a good song. I don't really reach for it. Having said that, I don't dislike it at all. I'm very happy when I hear it. Same with Opalite. It's just that I have some like really minor critiques of it, but ultimately I enjoy the song. I think it's fun. And like, I just think that it's so, I don't know, to me, instead of letting someone bother you and kind of reframing it in your head as they're obsessed with you, I love that kind of stuff. There's two songs called Obsessed that I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of Mariah Carey, where she's talking about Eminem being obsessed with her, and Olivia Rodrigo, Obsessed, where she's the one who's obsessed with something. So like, I'd say more often people write about being obsessed with someone else rather than someone else being obsessed with you, because it feels a little bit self-centered. But I think in the way that you could be upset about this. You could be upset about someone always talking about you and talking about you negatively, talking behind your back, but instead to think of it as, they must really like me. I'm occupying so much of their brain space, you know? I think that that's really fun. Ultimately, it's not that serious. Now we have Wishlist. Wishlist was one that I had initially judged from the name, and it actually like completely flipped around on me. I think that this song is so cute, and there are like so many things about it that I think like have developed for me. I think partially what I like the most about the song is that, other than the sound, I think is so cute, the idea of her wanting that sort of white picket fence, happy family vibe, and being open about it as someone who has had to go through a lot of phases in their life of kind of divorcing themselves from the idea of ever having that, and then now being with someone who's like able to let her rekindle that original want. Like, that's so nice to me. I also think that it's nice that she says we can all like our different things, we can all want our different things, and that's totally fine. This is what I want. And she's being like really clear about it. It's obviously kind of very surface level, but I do think it's a fun little song. So I'm gonna put it in Mr. Perfectly Fine. It's not a standout on the album, but I think it's good. I just want you. Ooh. Have a couple kids, got the whole block looking like you. Now, oh my God, now we have our track 9. Would. I work in an office now. So now when I say Taylor Swift, my culture is not your cosplay, when the Owls music video comes up, yeah, I can actually say that now. I don't work from home anymore. So I work in an office and one of my colleagues is a big Taylor Swift fan as well. So it's been very exciting with all of these updates, working in an office and her coming up to me and going, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? And we sort of had the same reaction to the album, except for this song. This song, I think, is very funny. This song, by the way, the sound of it, hey, 10 out of 10. I love it. So many people are saying it sounds like I Want You Back. It does sound like it. I think it's so fun. I love that kind of sound. It's so, ooh, like everything's happy when I listen to this song, right? And it's so cheeky. The lyrics are so cheeky. And I love how, like, in the beginning, it's not necessarily alluding to what it does at the end. And I think that progression throughout the song is really funny as well. It's not necessarily something that I would have thought I would have heard from Taylor, but I'm not mad that I am hearing it. Do you know what I mean? I do know too much about Travis Kelce now, and as a result, Jason, hey, when he talked about his fucking Japanese maple, very funny, I don't want to know. I just don't want to know. I think this song is so fun. I love the sound. I love that it's cheeky. I think about it a lot. In a normal way. Totally normal way, guys. I'm gonna put this in King of My Heart. I think it's just fun. I can't hate on it at all. My colleague said, this isn't what Taylor would write about. And like, she has. Maybe not so overtly though. So that's, I think, where the difference is. Normally, I'd say Taylor is a little bit more coy instead of being quite so overt. And this is definitely the influence of Sabrina Carpenter being so cheeky and overt, which I think is fun, seeing something a little bit different from Taylor. Everyone says Taylor makes the same stuff. Hey, I love how Taylor always does something that's a direct response to something someone says and then they complain about that too. When will she be able to live? When will she ever be enough for you people? Okay? How about you have some fun or step off? Do you know what I mean? Like, why do you think anyone needs your opinion too? Don't interact with it if you don't like it, okay? Oh my God. Anyway, next up we have Cancelled. Good thing I like my friends cancelled. Maybe it's just that I don't really relate to this song, but I don't care for this song nearly at all. I love Reputation the album, but I think that this song sounds like Reputation the album bad. Not Reputation the album affectionate. It's just okay. I think that it was inevitable that this was something that she would talk about, but I don't relate to it. I don't care for the sound enough. So I don't really find it very compelling to me. And so I don't gravitate towards it. It's not that it's a bad song. I just don't gravitate towards it. And I actually made the cancelled category for cancelled. So I'm going to put it there. I just don't think it's very memorable. Like Eldest Daughter, I just find it a bit of a womp womp on the album. It's definitely giving back of the album. So I actually thought that cancelled was going to be the only one in this category, but then I remembered Eldest Daughter and hey, speaks for itself that I completely forgot about the song. Yeah, I don't know, like, good thing I like my friends cancelled. Yes, her friends are cancelled, I'd say, for the wrong reasons very often, or misunderstood, or, you know, she brings people under the spotlight and then it brings out skeletons that maybe would have been okay for a normal person and now suddenly they're not because they're famous. There's that kind of like double standard that happens with being famous. I totally understand the framing of the song. I don't relate to it. The only people in my life, you know, I'm a very small potatoes creator, but you know, in my circles, I am known. And the only people that are around me that have ever been cancelled or called out deserved to be, and I stopped being friends with them. You know, maybe that sounds like I'm a bit of a flake of a friend, but I would argue that I am someone who stands on my principles more often than not. And I've definitely said goodbye to friendships that I am very sad about because something came out about them that they confirmed with me. It's not like it was just a rumor. They confirmed with me. So it's like a different situation, right? I think if it sounded more interesting to me, then I would like it more, but it doesn't sound like much and I don't relate to it. Uh-oh, bad combo. Unfortunate, it's in the cancelled category. I do not think that if you love this song that you're a bad person. I do not think that you need to relate to it. I just don't care for it. It's just not for me. If you like it, that's good. There should be fans of every song. Except maybe Stay, Stay, Stay. Like I can't get behind that song. Now we have our track 11, Honey. I really like the sound of the song Honey. I think it's very cute. It almost falls under that category of saying the name of the song in the first sentence, because I think the first sentence is, you can call me honey if you want because I'm the one you want. And so in a sense, it is in the first sentence. But like Elizabeth Taylor, it's not actually the first sentence. It's just that echo of the chorus. So she can maybe get away with it with this song. I do think that this song is extremely surface level. And I also think that the topic is a bit redundant. All of these words that typically are endearing words, but have been used in a way that's bitchy or mean, now I can enjoy them for the way they're meant to be enjoyed, because you say it to me. And then that's it. There's no more depth there. Hey, songs don't need to have depth to be enjoyed, right? For me, turn brain off, I can enjoy this song. If my brain on, wanting to dive deep and consume, this song, not so much for me. So I will be putting it in Mr. Perfectly Fine. It's just okay. Like, I wouldn't go to bat for it. I think it sounds cute, but yeah, it's a real brain off kind of moment for me. It's just okay. And finally, we have The Life of a Showgirl with Sabrina Carpenter. Yep. This song is actually so fun. I think because we get to the back of the album and I'm kind of already just hit snooze, sometimes I don't appreciate this song as much as I should. Sabrina sounds amazing on it. I almost, and I've heard other people say this too, so I know I'm not alone, I almost think Sabrina sounds better on this song than Taylor does, and it's Taylor's song, which honestly is quite a compliment to Taylor's songwriting, that she was able to write such a good song for Sabrina, which kind of makes me think like maybe they should do that. Maybe Taylor could write some of Sabrina's songs, because whatever they're kind of cooking up together, I do think that there's something really good there. I think that the bridge is my favorite part of the song. There's something so theatrical about it and the way that it builds up. But I also think that the messaging is a little bit muddy for me. So if I don't think too much about the lyrics, I can just enjoy it for what it is. And it is just a fun little song. So I'm gonna actually... I'm gonna put it in King of My Heart, but I'm keeping it at the end. So I do really like the song. I love Sabrina on it. I am relieved and thrilled that they sound fantastic together and that this song exists. I think it's just very cute. In terms of like where I would rank this album in Taylor's discography, I haven't done my official ranking on my little Excel spreadsheet yet of this album, but I anticipate it being probably somewhere in the middle to bottom section. I think that it's fun, but I kind of think of it the way that I think of Lover, where Lover has moments of real deep brilliance, and then there's also some silly and frilly moments on there. London Boy, I'm Looking at You. And so I have to kind of think of this album like she's not being very serious, and then I enjoy it. Because if I think about it being serious, I hate this album. But she's not being serious, and I can't put her in that box if she's not wanting to be in that box. Do you know what I mean? You're just setting yourself up for failure if you put this album in a place that it's just not meant to be categorized in, right? I think that this album is really fun. Is it her best album? No. Is it better than the previous 2, 3, 4, 5 albums? No. I don't necessarily think that this album means that she has plateaued, which a lot of people have been saying. I do think that it just is a fun little moment. She wanted to bring out something cute, and she did it. And I'm happy that I get some new music from her. So I literally I'm the last person to be complaining. We have so many things coming out because of this album. We have the new Eras Tour documentary. Guys, I haven't been able to talk about that. As well as the extended Eras Tour with the Torture Poets Department set. And it's all because this album came out. So everyone be thankful that this album came out, because we got the two things that we'd always been asking for. Guys, tell me what your ranking is in the comments. Tell me what you think of the album. Tell me if you think I was being a bitch. Whatever, tell me anything. I love you guys. I will see you all very, very soon. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it. Mwah. Stay safe, stay hydrated, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.